Jewish religion, as I am accepted into my congregation as a man. The good news is I don't have to go to kiddie services anymore. Bad news, I have to fast on Yom Kippur. But it means a lot to me, as does being Jewish. Jews are a unique people. Only 1.6% of Americans are Jewish. Even though we are people just like everybody else, Jews have been hated, enslaved, and tortured throughout history, and many still are today. But through it all, the Torah has survived and flourished and passed down to me, and it is my hope that it will continue down to many others. The Bar Mitzvah tradition is for me to talk to you about the Torah portion I have just read. My Torah portion is Shoftim, which in English means judges. It is in the book of Deuteronomy, the 5th book of the 5 books of Moses, that make up the Torah. Shoftim is a very important part of the Torah in the sense that this portion contains the laws that helped govern the Promised Land. In a way, it is the Jewish Constitution. In reading Shoftim, I saw that some of the laws are nothing like the ones we have today in the United States. Like, for instance, the one that says, "Let no one be found among you that is a sorcerer or one who casts spells or consults ghosts." But many of the laws are similar to the ones we have today, like not committing murder or adultery. The justice system in the Promised Land was as the Torah says, an eye for an eye, a life for a life, and so on and so forth. Whatever one man took from another was to be taken from him. Another law was that if one man was accused of crime or offense, there must be at least 2 witnesses to testify against the accused. These laws brought order out of what had been chaos and allowed the Israelites to live peacefully. Shoftim states that the Israelites could choose to be ruled by a king, but God had to choose them. How did God choose their king? He gave the Israelites rules. For instance, the king could not be a foreigner, nor could he take people's property, and he couldn't have too many wives. Then if the Israelites followed these rules, they knew God approved of the king. So the Israelites were ruled by a monarchy, and we are ruled by a democracy. But the similarity is, when we choose our president, we follow rules as well. God gave the Israelites their rules, and the founding father gave us ours. Some of the rules are similar, like the president cannot be a foreigner, just like the Israelites. As long as we follow these rules, we can choose whomever we want to be our president. And though it was a monarchy, Shoftim says the king had to obey the same laws that his subjects did. This is the best monarchy I've ever heard of, because in most ancient monarchies, the king or queen does not have to obey the same laws as his or her subjects. But here in the U.S., our president does have to obey the same laws we do. The laws in Shoftim were written thousands of years before our Constitution, yet our founding fathers were clearly influenced by these laws. What is amazing is that so many of these laws were written thousands of years ago, and people still believe in them, that people of all religions follow them. This shows that these laws stand for what is right. This makes me very proud to be a Jew. In the Jewish religion today, I am accepted as a man. What that means to me is that as a person, I want to be able to contribute to this world and care for others and be kind. I don't want to be selfish and hope that I won't give in to selfish urges, because if you care for other people and the world around you, they will benefit from that. The people around me influence me in a very positive way. My family is the main source of this influence. They make sure I am happy and care about all my problems, no matter how big or small. They are the force and will behind me. I am grateful for this, as I am for many things in my life. My family is only one of them. I am also grateful for the fact that my family can support me, and that my dad still has a job despite the fact that many people have lost their jobs and are struggling in this world. I am grateful for the roof over my head and the food on my plate, and the love that is given to me each and every day. Grateful for my education and the amazing teachers who fill my head with the wonders of the world, and the relationship between them and I. The friends that I have made and will continue to make through my years, and sharing interests and experiences with them. I am lucky to have so much in life, for I know that there are many people who are not as fortunate. My Mitzvah project consists of working with Inner City Arts, a program that gives inner city kids an art program. They work with over 50 inner city schools, and once a week bring them to their facility and let them express themselves through art and dance, sculpture, and music. In the past months I have volunteered there. This experience has taught me responsibility and shown me a great deal. It has let me open my heart to the world of those who are not as fortunate as I, and it has taught me that I should never take what I have for granted. As many of you know, I asked some of my friends to bring art supplies instead of gifts for me to donate to Inner City Arts, along with the Torah portion of my Bar Mitzvah money. I would like to say thank you for those donations, and I ask you all to please help out and volunteer at Inner City Arts. Now to wrap it up, there are many people who I would like to thank for getting me through this and making sure I was ready. First of all, my parents. What can I say? You are the people who put the time and effort into this and loved me and supported me through this entire thing. Mom, you have taught me responsibility and shown me that it is okay to say no sometimes. You have taught me to be safe but to have fun at the same time and to make some of the best home-cooked meals on the planet. Dad, you are a mentor to me and a best friend. You have helped me solve so many of my problems. You have always supported my creativity, and when I was little, you always shared your toys and comic books. I would like to thank my sister Talia. You make me laugh so much about the grossest things in the world, and you humor me with your hilarious stories. Even though we have our fights, we can always settle it with an episode of America's Funniest Home Videos. I'd like to thank my grandparents, Phyllis and Bill, and Fred and Bobby, and my grandma Hilda. You've always supported me and loved me for my 13 years. You have been there when I need you. Uncle Jason, you have been like a brother to me, and are always glad to play golf or go out for lunch. I would like to thank my aunts Anne and Naomi, along with my Uncle Steve and my cousins Julia and Emma. You have all brought joy to my life, and I would like to thank my aunt and uncle Joan and Joel Kaplan. You have loved me and always put me at the top of your priorities. I would like to thank my other cousins, Howie, Rebecca, Joshua, David, and Jessica, who even though I don't see them a lot, I love them and they love me. Shira Fox, my tutor, you gave me the tools to be able to do this. Also, Rabbi Stephen Carr Rubin, you taught me the true meaning of a bar mitzvah and also helped me with this speech. Cantor Chaim Frankel, you helped me through this entire thing as a teacher and a friend. I also would like to thank the Willows and the amazing teachers that have filled my head with knowledge, and I can't wait for 7th grade. I would like to thank all the friends I have made at the Willows and all my friends from the outside the Willows who have supported me through this all. Lastly, I would like to say thank you all for coming, and we'll see you at the party. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Good job. Stop going on. Stay right here. Stay here. Come on back up. It's now my pleasure to invite your sweet and loving sister, Talia, to come and share some sweet and loving sister thoughts with you.
Hi everyone, I'm Talia, Jacob's sister. I'm really happy to talk at Jacob's bar mitzvah because I get to show my feelings about him. I really appreciate having Jacob as a brother. Jacob's personality is energetic, fun, and playful. He's almost always in a mood to goof around with me. And when he's sad, he cheers me up. When I'm sad, he cheers me up. He'll help me with my homework if mom or dad is not around. When he does these things, it makes me feel that he cares, that he thinks and cares about me. What really bugs me about Jacob is when we get out of the car and he doesn't take in his trash. But that's okay, because no one's perfect, and he's my brother, and I'm really proud of him today.
Very sweet. And now I'd like to invite Jacob's parents to come and share some of their thoughts.
I'm going to take these now. So, you want me to go first? No? Nice and loud. Okay. Well, Jacob, it seems impossible that I'm actually saying this out loud since I've been writing it in my head since I recovered from your bris. This day is such an important milestone, but I really believe that what makes today so significant are all the days leading up to today and the days that follow. Although you did an amazing job today reading from the Torah, the pride I feel about the way you approach becoming a bar mitzvah, the pride I feel is about the way you approach becoming a bar mitzvah. For months leading up to your study of the Torah, you kept asking, when will I begin? All the days you sat and studied and prepared, not just to chant and lead the service, but the thought you gave to what approaching adulthood is about. When I first looked up Shoftim, your Torah portion, about 2 or 3 years ago, I was overcome by emotion.